Thank you for tuning in for another segment of Bet You Didn't Know, sponsored by Stuck on Salsa. And tonight, I am so happy to have James Yoon, Jimmy Shines, Jimmy Shoes, Big Jimmy, because that's how he is on the dance floor. He's big. Jimmy, thank you, and welcome to DC. Welcome to our little segment.
Thank you very much, Sheila.
Now, you've been here for just about a year now, right? And what brought you to DC?
Well, initially because of my job, but I love DC so much. I think this is my second home.
Oh, great. And you know we love having you. You know I think of you as family anyway, right?
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, I think the same way.
Wonderful. I just love him. So, I understand though, before you got here, because you're in the military, right?
Yes.
Before you arrived in DC, you met someone that had some roots here, or that you knew here. How did you get into salsa?
Well, okay, this is the story. I think I was 13 years old.
Really?
Yeah, I was 13 years old, and I would, back then we didn't have, CD players and all that. And I was tuning through the radio, and I heard this wonderful music on the radio station. Yeah, this Latin jazz station. I remember it was Jesse Chuy Varela in the Bay Area, and he was playing this Chucho Valdez, like piano music. And I was infatuated by the music. I loved it. I didn't know what it was, but then a week later in my middle school, a salsa group came out to perform. And then that's when I realized, oh, you dance this type of dance to this type of music. When I was 13 years old, or 12, something like that. I was totally enamored. I fell in love with salsa, but I never really got into it until 3.5 years ago.
You've only been dancing salsa for 3.5 years?
Something like that, yeah. Three and a few months, give or take.
You have all that sabor and all that rhythm and all. Let me tell you something. Jimmy is one of my favorite dancers. He's one of my favorite people, and I already said I just love him to death, right? You got to dance with him. Ladies, you know what I mean. And let me tell you one thing. I know I want you to let you talk, but one more thing I have to tell you. The main thing I like about Jimmy's on the dance floor is that when he dances with you, that's your time. It's the music, it's Jimmy, and it's you.
It's your time.
It's my time. Those are my 3, 4, 5 minutes. So if you know the song, get a long song if you want to spend more time with it. So Jimmy, what else have you been doing since you've been in DC?
Dancing salsa, teaching. I teach at Clavagassi Dance Studio now. The famous Shaka Brown.
Yeah.
I was honored. I was extremely honored when he asked me to teach. As he was leaving DC, he trained me up. He did OJT, on-the-job training. I had not ever taught salsa in my life.
Oh, no?
No, I never took a class in my life, actually. I mean, I've taken workshops at the congresses, but I've never really been truly trained in salsa. So what was difficult for me was to actually put timing and how to express what I do so inherently, so naturally, because the dance comes very natural to me. Even though, I'm not Latino and I wasn't raised on, the culture or the music or anything like that. But it just, something hits me deep down inside. And so what the difficult part was to express that into words and to teach other people who are interested in the dance. And that really helped me polish my dance a lot. So really, I kind of learned salsa in the reverse fashion. A lot of people take classes and build a solid foundation of basics first, and then they progress, and then they become intermediate and advanced. I, on the other hand, I learned in a very natural fashion, from going out to clubs. For the past 3.5 years, let me tell you, there has not been a week that has gone by where I have not danced at least twice a week.
Twice a week?
For 3.5 years, most of the time I go out 4 times a week and I dance. 3.5 years straight, ever since I first started. First started dancing in Texas, then San Francisco, then 2 years in Korea, Japan, and China. I've danced in London, Paris, Milan, Padova, all across the East Coast, West Coast.
It's because you just recently, over the summer, didn't you, did, well, I'm going to call it a tour of Europe, but you were vacationing over there, and you danced, where? Italy?
I spent about 5 days in Italy, spent about 5 days in Paris, and I spent about 20 days in London, which was amazing.
Oh, yeah? What you like about it? Or just the dancing itself?
The thing about Europe, let me tell you, Europe is amazing. I've never seen a dance culture like that ever, minus Korea. Okay. My biggest thing is, you know, everybody says New York is, you know, the top tamale. You know, the top tomato when it comes to, the Mecca when it comes to salsa in America or in the world, basically. But that's not true. You know, I love New York. I love New York. It's great and all, but you know, I've danced on 3 continents now, and I could honestly say there's nowhere else in the world that has more flavor. The dancers have more flavor than Paris. Wow. Let me tell you. Yeah, the New Yorkers, they're good, but they're, you know, I mean, that's where everything started, of course. Well, we danced, you know, onto New York style, and you know, Earl's like, "Wow, you just said that on camera." But you know, truth be told, the Parisians, I'm not gonna say they're coming up. They blow me away. They blow me away. Their hand tosses, their redirections, their directional changes, their traveling patterns, their style. I mean, the women. Okay, let me tell you, the men. Their patterns. They inspired me so much. I brought back so many new tricks and so many different patterns and different techniques when it comes to the dance. But let me tell you about the women. Their musicality, I mean, before anything, you know, I danced with a lot of beginners in Paris as well. You know, I went to, especially, there's a social you must go to, the Filet Mage social that's done by Muaz. And I danced with